The next exercise is called the table, and you want to be on all fours for this. Again, it's for your quadricep muscles, the front of the thigh. So your hands are going to be under your shoulders and the knees are going to be under your hips, equal weight on all four limbs. Now you're going to tuck the toes under, and then all you really do is lift your knees about an inch or maybe just less than an inch off the floor. So you're lifting up and then gently release those knees back down to the floor. So you exhale, lift, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4. Now, a couple of things to watch out for. You want to keep that neutral position of your lumbar spine, using the core to do that. And as you take the knees off, make sure you don't lean forwards, okay? Because then there's more work goes through the arms, which takes the work away from the legs. So we're going to add a little addition to that. We're going to lift the knees and then we're going to lean back slightly, so there's more work for the legs to do as we hinge back. Just be careful as you hinge back that you're not going to tuck that tailbone under. You almost need to stick the butt out because it is a hinge. You're not doing some kind of cat stretch, okay? So the higher you lift the knees off the floor, the easier it becomes. So try to keep the knees as close to the floor as possible. So you're breathing in, engage the core, exhale, lift, 2, 3, 4, hinge back, 2, 3, 4, come forward, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4. So when you lean back, what you've got to think about, apart from not curving, is that you don't want to lift the knees up because the work for the thighs increases as you lean back. And the body will want to cheat because the work gets harder by lifting the knees up and away from the floor in order to make it easier. So watch out for tucking and watch out for the knees lifting too high, okay? There'll come a point where the work gets harder, 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 and then you're just sitting on your heels and there's no work at all. People often mistakenly think that the work is actually as you push away towards your heels, but actually it's that first couple of inches as you start to push forward when most of the work is done. So at this point here, where you're slowly pushing forward, is where it's actually quite hard. So if you wanted to do end range movement, here and forward, down and forward, that's where most of the work would occur at that back end. So again, watching for knee issues, not always suitable because of the pressure on the knee. Again, in which case you would be doing quadricep lifts instead. So it's something to watch out for. If you wanted to make this harder, you can do it with 1 foot off the floor. So it would look like this. You would come up. Now, as soon as people take 1 foot off the floor, one of two things or both may happen. They'll either shoot forward, their weight forward, because now, again, it takes the work out of the legs and into the arms, or this knee that's on the floor will lift up. So you want to keep that knee as close to the floor as possible with the weight back, okay? So you've got to work out what your optimum level will be, how close your knee can be to the floor, and how much you can keep that shoulder above the hand. Because if somebody thinks they're doing a harder version because they got 1 foot off, but their knee's up here or their weight's forward, it can actually make it easier than when you've just got 2 feet on, okay? So if you're doing 1 foot, you should always ask the question, does that feel more challenging? And if the answer is no, then you may as well do the version with 2 feet on because you might have better technique and you'll be able to lean back a little bit more. So it's something to be aware of and watch out for.